Hey guys. Okay, so I learned from my last video that I needed to prepare before I did the video because I spent too much time looking for parts. So what I've done is I've kind of found all the parts for this next video and I'm going to be putting them together on the chassis. So it's the diffs and diff covers and the parts of the front and rear suspension. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see how it ends up. Alright, so the diffs that we've got for the car are all plastic obviously, and we've got all the different parts on the tree here. So I'm going to be doing the first diff. So we've got parts here and we've got tissue because I'm going to get a bit of grease on me. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the star shaft out. Well, that's what it's called in the manual. Luckily I don't have to trim anything up because it comes off pretty cleanly. So, star shaft. And we need 4 of these small little gears. I'll end up trimming these a little bit as well, I think. They'll come off right, but I don't want to have any burrs left over from the tree. So, a knife. Oh, fiddly little things these. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Alright, so we've got PTFE grease. Just busy wondering, it says normal grease, so it should be fine. So, never used PTFE grease before, so I don't know what to expect. Alright, so first to go would be the big gear, and that goes into the bottom. So let's get a bit of grease on here. Grease is quite thick. The best part about building RC models is getting your fingers dirty. Put that in there. Okay, so that is that on there. As you can see, gear is inside. Now, we need to do the little star shaft. So we'll pop all the little gears on. Look at the instructions so you don't put them on the wrong way around like I did. Get them all on there. There you go, little star shaft. All the little gears on it. And it says we need, gosh, that one got away from me. So what I think I'm going to do is pop that in there, and then I'm going to put a bit of grease on it so that that doesn't happen again. So just get a bit of grease in there. And as you can see, so we've got the grease in there. And now we have to pop that one . Very interesting. So that'll go that way. So that actually fits on the inside of the gear over there. Nice. So what I'll do is get a bit of that grease, just put a little bit on the teeth. There we go. And there we are. And they give you these small little screws with the gearbox, or the diff gears. Don't know if it's going to focus on that. Tiny little screws. So I now need to see if I've got a screwdriver that will fit that. Ah, I think I do. That's a bit of a tight fit. Alright, put that in there. So much oil in these bits. Okay. So now I think I did it right. Yeah. Right, so. Screwdriver works alright. As good as can be expected, I suppose. Shaky hands. One thing I have noticed about the screwdriver is the back unscrews itself as you screw the screws in, which is a bit irritating, but for the price of the thing I guess I can't really moan too much. Like I said in my first video, it's all built to a budget. So, right. And just do them until they're touch tight, so I don't want to over tighten it and buckle the gear. And there we go, first diff done and dusted. We'll see how that goes. So yeah. Alright, time for the second one. For me, the best part about the hobby is obviously building all the cars. That's where all the fun is for me anyway. Ready to run is nice because you just take out the box, put the batteries in and go. half the fun of the hobby or RC cars in general is actually building the kit. You get to do everything, and obviously when it comes to servicing it, then you know how it went together, so take it apart easier and put it back together easier. Right, so just going to do something here. It's pretty much just to hold it in place. I'll just put it on these. Now with the racing cars and that, you can actually tune the diffs with the different oils and stuff like that, but because this isn't a real racing car, the diffs don't have any seals on them, so if you did try and put oils in them and that to change how they work in terms of the thickness of the oil, which will give you different diff actions, it'll all leak out. So there we go. Oh, they even give me a spare screw. That's nice. Just going to take that off because it's irritating me. Right. I'll just get all the screws to bite quickly. These are a lot easier to assemble than ball diffs. Ball diffs are quite finicky. They give you a much smoother feel and they are easier to tune, but a lot more finicky to put together. And also, I'm not mean for bashing, but for racing and that, if you're going to go for really high power brushless motors, then they do tend to damage the ball diffs because they can't really handle as much power. Hence, a lot of the guys are going back to gear diffs. Right, those are the really small screws done. So I'll put the normal one back in. And let's see where we're going next with this. Okay, so I need the larger bearings. So I've got them over here. As you can see on the bushings, you've got these big brass or metal, whatever they are. And yeah, they're alright, but ball's much better. So should have 4 of these. As you can see, they're slightly bigger than the previous ones. Okay, so now I need my chassis, and we are going to be doing the front. So we've got the front over there. Right, and that one. So now we need to make sure we put it in the right way, because if I put it in the wrong way, then it's obviously not going to work. So your bearings go on there, so it ends up looking like that. And according to the picture it goes in that way. So I will put a little bit of grease on. I'm not too worried about grease being on the gears. Remember I said earlier about dirt getting in and being like a grinding paste. The gearboxes are pretty much dust resistant. I wouldn't say proof, but resistant, so it should be alright. I'll just give it a quick turn to get some grease on the gears. And there we go. So the front diff is in the front gearbox casing. Now I need to put the cover on. So it is an A4, and we need 4 MA2 screws. So parts tree number A and part number 4, which is this diff cover. There we go. Just clean it up ever so slightly. Always watch your fingers when you do this, especially with a very sharp knife. Famous last words, I guess. There we go. All nice and clean. And that will go this way on. So, and then 2s. Yep. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. So yeah, it goes on quite easily. You can see it's got recesses in it for the gears to go. So yeah, let's get that on. Oh, shaking Stevens. I do tend to shake quite a lot. And if you notice, I am pushing down quite hard because unfortunately the screwdriver is not the best, but also the screws need to cut thread into the plastic, so you need to put a little bit of pressure on them to get them to cut in. I don't know why I put that back in, it's just irritating me. But it's cool. Okay, so those are touch tight as well. Obviously you don't want that to tighten them because you don't want to crack the plastic or strip the thread that you've just cut. I'll just go until they're just tight enough. So they just stop. And there we go, front diff is in. Now we need part A2. So let's have a look what that is. A2, that should be this bit over here. And that is an upright for parts of your suspension arms. So yeah, let's see how that goes on. Get rid of this bit of moulding here. I swear I'm going to cut my finger one of these days. There we go. We need the same screws as we used earlier. Put those there. Got that there. Let's put this way so that we can see what we're doing. It's over there. So now it goes this way. Just like that. There we go. Now I guess I could do this whole video in fast forward and do it all at once, but I am enjoying it, and if you break it down then at least you can see the different steps. There we go. Part is in. So now we will, I think we'll stop there, and the next video I'll do the back and the bits of the suspension arms, otherwise the video is going to be way too long. So yeah, if you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to see the rest of the videos and be notified, please subscribe and also click on the notifications tab. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.